Hello. Is this thing on? Okay, so we have Zell, Ikameli, and Joanna. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so I have never randomized the Game Boy Advance version of Final Fantasy. And I think that the the randomizer for the NES version is a lot more mature. But I wanted to try it out because the last one I did was what? What do you mean mic check? There's no mic check. What's mic check mean? Are we good? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I said mic check? Okay, good. Freaking me out, man. Okay, so I have not used this randomizer before. I casually played it not randomized for a little bit because I haven't played yeah. I haven't played the Game Boy Advance version of Final Fantasy in a quite some time. Um One of the things I remembered through Fire is that I'm used to the game automatically saving anytime you use a tent or sleep at the inn. And I forgot that the saving mechanism in the Game Boy Advance version is different. So when I got two-thirds through the game and died, I had to completely start over. And that was the end of that casual run. But I will not make that mistake again in this run. So okay. So I'm just gonna use this party. That's fine with me. Uh, so in the NES version of Final Fantasy, intelligence doesn't do anything. The stat intelligence doesn't do anything. Your ability to cast magic and do certain amounts of damage is based on nothing. It's just a static number. Because intelligence is bugged, but intelligence is fixed in the Game Boy Advanced version, and for that reason, the Red Mage is very nerfed. Um, finishing. Oh, the last stream I did. It took me three times getting through the Temple of Fiends because it was so bad. Renaissance era. Setting of this game is, I don't know. It's Final Fantasy. Oh, I mean, there's no gunpowder in Final Fantasy 1. I think gunpowder wasn't introduced, I thought, until Final Fantasy 6 and some of the games after that. Pretty much, I think all the games from Final Fantasy 1 to Final Fantasy 5 were all, I guess, Renaissance era, as you say. It wasn't really until Final Fantasy 6 that there was gunpowder and machinery and things like that. Although they didn't fight using guns. Alright, so yeah. Also, I have my controller set up kind of funny. So I'll have to remember where those buttons are. Yeah. I want to name him. That's not what I want to do. Yes. Oh, that. Okay. Whatever. Alright. So I was going to stream Wednesday, and I did not stream Wednesday because I've been trying to stream on Wednesdays. Um, so I came into my office at around 7:20 local time, which is Central Time, and I pushed the go live button, and I got an error saying that I could not go live, and the reason why I could not go live is because my stream key was reset, because everyone's stream keys were reset, and it took me a second to realize why. Oh, my stream key is reset. Right. And then I got a call from my wife saying that she had just been in a car accident. So I did not stream Wednesday. All right, is that good with everyone? Yeah, okay. So, I guess only the mods know. The DGR mods know. Quack knows, but so Wednesday, as I was going live, one of my wife's someone T-boned my wife who ran a stop sign. The person ran a stop sign and T-boned my wife's car, which is very bad luck because we've only just had the car back from the body shop for like a few weeks. So I got there and she was okay, but she said her back hurt and stop it. She said her back hurt, so I took her and my 2-year-old. They were both in the car. I took them to the ER. They got CT scans. They were fine. We got home at like 1 a.m. I think I went to bed at like 2 a.m. So I was really tired the next day. They were both sore for like a good 2 or 3 days, but they seem to be fine now. Of course, then we just got our flu shot, so our arms hurt. But yeah, they're okay. So we were thinking that it might be that the vehicle might have been totaled because it almost looked like the frame was bent, which will total the vehicle really quick, but it doesn't look like it was actually bent. So, all right, I start with the pirate ship. Yeah, so in July, my wife stopped at a red light to turn right, and I guess the car behind her, while she was talking on her phone, decided that my wife should not have stopped at the red light, so she just plowed right into her. So we were out of the... We had to take the car to the body shop for the bumper to be replaced, and that took a month and a half. So now, if it's not totaled, it's pretty much going to be they need to replace the entire passenger side from the rims to the doors to all the way to the other rims. So, Blue Book says that car is worth $24,000. If so, maybe the job will be less than $2,400. I can tell you that the other person's insurance is bare minimum, which in Florida is $10,000. So they're gonna run out of insurance, and that means that it will have to go to my uninsured, underinsured motors coverage, and that means that my insurance company will probably sue them. But they don't have anything because we're talking about someone who my wife has done work for. So I know for a fact that they don't have any money, and I'm surprised that the person even has a valid driver's license. Okay, so what do I have? I started out with a hammer and a mage masher, which is not a vanilla weapon. The mage masher is a weapon that you get from the bonus dungeons that were introduced in the Game Boy Advance version. Yeah, It's not. So normally I call this a mallet, but they actually spelled out the word hammer, which I'm pretty disappointed with. The hammer, or the iron mallet, it's not a bad weapon. It's as strong as a rapier. It just doesn't have as high of a hit percentage. Red jacket is good. Although I didn't know the thief could equip a red jacket. I thought only the red mage could. That red jacket is also a special. So, some things about this randomizer. One of the things I've noticed about this randomizer, just from playing around with it a little bit, is that it seems to only really boost me. It doesn't boost the enemies. So that's... I think it probably is going to make this game a little OP on my end, since it's introducing me to powerful weapons and armor early on, but it's not giving the enemies any boost. I also don't know if it does any entrance or floor shuffle. I don't know what all it's randomizing. It seems to be randomizing... Oh, boost mode. So yeah, it's boosting me because it's giving me advanced weapons and armor early, but I don't know if it's boosting the enemies. So if it doesn't boost the enemies, this is going to be very imbalanced. The Coursier is the iron staff in the original game. I don't think I need to buy any of this right now. Hero Shield. Okay, so the Hero Shield is the most powerful shield in the bonus dungeons, and it protects against all magic types. So that's kind of crazy. I'll buy some hats. How about some hats? That used a lot of my money, though. That may have been a mistake. And it didn't really do much other than use my money. 5, 25, 35. You know what? Let's remove everyone's stuff. I can't buy the shield. I don't have enough money. I try to give whatever's best. I try to give to the white mage first, so that she doesn't die, and then to everyone else. I have a mage staff. That's gonna be useful early on. How do you not have a weapon? Oh, because you had the mage mash. Well. Wait, the thief can't equip a staff? I thought anyone could equip a staff. The thief can't equip a staff, apparently. Alright, what kind of magic can I use? Okay. OP white mage. 5. 10. Oh, did I make myself the black mage? That was dumb. I'm like the worst character. But I'm the one who can warp. Give my shirt back. You have a jacket. You have protection against fire, I think. Yeah, you have protection against fire, so that's good. My moderation bot is banning bots like crazy. Alright, let's get some level ups. Apparently I have the ship already. Oh, and you see my nifty, I have a nifty tracker up. Yeah, Mallet's gonna be the best here, because I can do this. Viewer bots. Not follow bots, viewer bots. There haven't been very many follow bots since the source code leak. I've been wondering if they're connected. Like, wondering if somehow they were like a distraction from a bigger thing that was happening. Oh, I turned it down, the game audio, so I could talk. Should I turn it back up? Or are we good with this? It's a little less annoying than the NES music, but it's still very repetitive. Oh, I also need to check to see if I started with any key items other than, why did I flee? Other than, the ship. I don't know why I did that. I have an extra leather armor. Oh. That's why. Huh. Oh, it's because of... Okay, fine. Wow. That's... I need my front line to have more protection. Sorry, Zell. No, you cannot equip the red jacket. I don't know who can equip red jacket, but... because it's not one of the original items in the game. I usually keep it at negative 26 dB. That's usually where I keep it. Okay, I didn't have any extra key items, right? No. Oh? Yeah, no extra key items. Do I have the bridge? Oh! So, in the NES version, if you all attack the same enemy, you'll, like, hit a corpse when it's dead. It'll just keep hitting the corpse. But starting in Final Fantasy III, they changed it to where... Starting in Final Fantasy III, they changed it to where if an enemy is already dead, it'll just pick another enemy. And I guess they implemented that in here. Does the randomizer have increased run speed too? We have bridge. I don't know what that means. So in the NES version, it's supposed to be based on your luck percentage. But that is bugged. I think in the original NES version, the way that it worked is it was based on the level of the person in the third position. So the thief is supposed to be your character that helps you run from battle easily. But in the NES version, if you don't have the bug patched version, it's not based on that. But I think in the Game Boy Advance version, it's fixed. I don't know what you mean by run speed. No, you just mean like standard walking around the map. That's not in the randomizer for Game Boy Advance. That's part of Game Boy Advance. Like, they gave you that feature for free. But I think the Game Boy Advanced randomizer increased my vehicle speeds. I can tell you that the thief is way less garbage in the Game Boy Advance version. Like, the Game Boy Advance, the NES thief is just terrible. And even as a ninja, it's still way worse than the knight. The randomizer for NES fixes that a bit, and the Game Boy Advance one, it fixes that a bit. See, the thief traditionally is kind of like a monk, but with weapons. Like, the monk can hit you 16 times, the thief is supposed to be the same way, but with weapons. So even though the thief's weapons are not as strong as the knight's, he's supposed to be able to hit you several times with them. And that didn't really happen in the NES version. Knife. That's not what's... So the chests are randomized. These enemies are the same enemies I would expect. Wow, mate. I need to heal myself. I probably should have slept. Yeah, I've gained like 4 levels. It doesn't feel like the enemies are any more difficult. So this is not a very balanced randomizer. Sleeping bag. And give Ikamele the Mithril Mallet. Well, I mean, the thing about it being balanced in my favor is that at least it means that I'll finish each seed faster. I mean, it takes me on average, like, for an NES randomized Final Fantasy, it takes me like 5 to 6 hours to finish a run. And from what I've seen of other people on Twitch playing it, that's like standard. Like, and I was like hustling trying to get finished. Like, I was skipping chests and all kind of things trying to just finish the seed faster, but it still takes like 5 hours. Which is why it's like about three streams to do it if I only stream like a couple hours each time. That is a very cheap heal 3. That's nice. Joanna's the best. It's great because Joanna is my healer and Joanna McCoy is a healer. I'm just gonna... It was 3 magic points for heal 3. Like, to cure the whole party, like, almost to max HP was only 3 magic points. So, it is very imbalanced in my favor. There's only 3 magic points to cast Invis on everyone. And I have a mage staff, so I get fire 2 for free. Bam, bam. I don't think it randomized that. It's like the first slot of magic normally only costs 3. They just randomized the positions of each spell, but they didn't keep the MP cost. Or they did keep the MP cost. Invis, what does Invis do? It increases my evasion by 8 points? Actually, I don't know the values in Game Boy Advance because they're different from the NES version, but it's like, so normally Roost is like 16. So if you cast Roost on yourself twice, like the odds of anything hitting you are very low. So it would take about 4 spells of Invis to have that happen. Well, this is interesting. So, that's creative. So normally in the NES randomizer, it has all the NPCs in their normal positions, but they just give me different items. Instead of talking to the king, I'm actually talking to the Star Ruby. And I didn't rescue the princess. I rescued a dwarf. So I'm going to talk to this and get the Star Ruby. Well, he already gave me the Star Ruby. But normally I get the loot from the princess, but this is a dwarf, so I'm either going to get the Excalibur or I'm going to get the canal. I don't know which. The canal, okay. Okay, I killed... Alright, I guess I gotta use this tracker since I have it up. So that was... Oh gosh, I don't know these people's names. These names are different. So I have the Star Ruby. And I have the canal, and I talked to somebody. I got it's Norik. Norik. All right. I don't have the mystic key though. All right, what can I buy? How much money do I have? So you can actually walk into the buildings in the GBA version, because in the NAS version you just walk into the inn, and it's like kind of looks more like a dialogue window, the whole thing. But I guess that's cool. I guess whatever. All right, what can I buy? What can I sell? I don't need the knife. I don't need a staff. I guess the sleeping bag is a tent. The goals of the game. So at the beginning of the game, you're all carrying 4 dark orbs, or in the language corrected, I have access to more than 3 characters. They're the 4 crystals, right? So the 4 crystals are dark. It's earth, fire, water, and wind. And the first thing that you do is you walk into Cornelia. That works. Cornelia. You walk into Cornelia and, hey, the king is here. And he's like, dude, my princess is gone. Our former Black Knight, Garland, stole her. Go rescue her. He's over at this ruined temple. And you go and you get him, right? All right, well, your mission is that you're trying to... Sorry, my flu shot spot hurts. You're trying to get these orbs back to normal. They're dark, and they shouldn't be dark. So what you do know is that we've lost contact with the North Continents for like 300 years. Apparently, first the Fiend of Wind came and destroyed an entire civilization up north, and later on in the northwest, the Fiend of Water came along and screwed everything up, and we've lost contact with the northern continents and blah blah blah. In the southwest, the earth has began to rot. They think that a vampire is the cause. The vampire's not actually cause. What really happened is that the Fiend of Earth came along again not that long ago and has been screwing the place up. And in the southeast, the Fire Fiend has recently woken up. Or actually, in the game, she hasn't woken up yet. She doesn't wake up until you kill Lich, the Fiend of Earth. But in the randomizer, that may not be the case because everything's random. But basically, that's what happened. And when you kill all the fiends, spoiler alert, when you kill all the fiends, you go back in time and realize that Garland was there all along, and he's the one who sent the fiends to different spots in time, and they're the ones who did everything. And it's a big time loop, because time plots are always good storylines like that make perfect sense to everyone. So that's the plot of Final Fantasy 1. Yeah, it's Garland, like you put on a tree. This stream is not brought to you by Diet Mountain Dew. Sometimes it's brought to you by Diet Mountain Lightning, if Walmart has it. Yeah, it's... So that's the plot of the game, but in the original NES version, there's only like room for so many characters of dialogue each time, so who knows what the plot actually was when you first played this game in the 80s. We didn't really know. We kind of were just guessing, or we had the book. There are 4 fiends, yeah, so there's 4 crystals, there's 4 fiends. In addition to the 4 fiends, there's like 2 other boss battles with Garland and the Dark Elf. Other than that, most of them are just random encounters. I mean, there's boss-ish things, but they're not really bosses. They're just... yeah. So from what I see, the dungeons are not randomized. So this is kind of... The NES randomizer is definitely going to be more fun. It also doesn't... I couldn't remember if this game had auto battle or not. I don't think they introduced auto battle until the remake of Final Fantasy IV, maybe. I gotta hustle because I don't want to spend like 9 streams on this. What determines the order of battles? I think agility does. Agility? 10, 18, 6. So it should be, for the most part, with a bit of randomness, it should be Zell fights first, then Ikameli, then, well, who knows? Mallet or Joanna. But if it's an ambush attack, that's not necessarily the case. Nothing. Yeah, that's pretty standard. It doesn't look like they randomize the stats of each player in any way either. I could be running from these battles, but I feel like with the way the GBA version is, it takes just as much time to run away as it does to just kill them. I should take the ship. I have the ship. I should take the ship. So I have a question for, I guess, the two of you. This is not meant to be an invasive question. It's just a general question. Do either of you get flu shots? I used to not ever get flu shots. My wife did. My kids did. I never got flu shots until last year. And I got a flu shot last year because, well, for one, I got the flu in January 2019. Like, I actually tested positive for flu, blah, blah, blah. And I hadn't gotten the flu since I was in college or graduate school, one of the two. Can't remember. But it had been a very long time since I had gotten the flu, or at least that I know of. And did you know that half of flu infections are asymptomatic? So you can have the flu and not realize it. But anyway, I got a flu shot last year because of the pandemic, right? It wasn't because I was like afraid of the flu. It was because I didn't want people to think that me having the flu meant that I had Rona and everyone wanting to stay away from me. So I got a flu shot last year, and I just got a flu shot a few days ago. And I apparently react to flu shots the same way I react to tetanus shots. And by that, I mean, like, I can't lift my arm for, like, days afterward. Like, it's really bad. Like, I have such bad reactions to vaccines that it really sucks anytime I have to get a vaccine. But my wife is like, oh, yeah, it's kind of sore for a few hours. And then she's like, meh, whatever. And I wish that I didn't react so strongly to vaccines. It's funny because I had a friend of mine who, who's a nurse, right? Or something like that. And I mentioned how bad the J&J vaccine was for me, because I basically, when I got home, well, for one, I got really, really dizzy afterward. And when I got home, I basically laid down on the couch for like 18 hours. I never got a fever, but I was just like dead. And my nurse friend was like, oh, well, if you're reacting that strongly to it, that just means that it's working. And I replied, so are you telling me that all these people that don't react to vaccines, does that mean the vaccine isn't working? And she's like, no, that's not what I mean. And I'm like, okay, then shut your face. They'll tell me that strong reaction to the vaccine means that it's working, and then tell me that people who don't react to it, that means that it's not working, because just shut your face. I swear I'm a nice guy. I like to tell people to shut their face. The NPC shuffle is weird to me. They're saying the things that the normal NPC... I guess it's just to indicate what's there. Which is not what the NES version does, because it's not... The NES randomizer just won't tell me what's there. And do I get to walk across? No, I don't. Okay. So... Oh, I should, like, heal myself. I'm still getting used to the whole playing a game and watching chat thing, so let me try to catch up while Camellia is not dying. Camellia is not dying. Don't die, Camellia. And, so you got a 2-dose deal. So I got the first week that it was available in Florida, I got J&J. And I got J&J 2 days before they suspended it. So that's nice. I wasn't nervous about that at all. So I'm not going to say that I was vaccine hesitant or whatever you want to say, or that I was whatever. But the primary reason why I got the vaccine as quickly as I did was because some of my music stuff basically said you have to be vaccinated. So I got vaccinated pretty quickly so that I could do my music stuff again. Of course, it would still be a while after that before any of it actually resumed, but yeah, whatever. No Poke Center run. I'm not familiar with that. So I'm not I don't know anything about Pokemon, unfortunately. It is not a game I played as a kid. Let's go see the pirates, or whatever they're going to be. I don't mind wearing a mask if I'm wearing contact lenses, which I'm wearing contact lenses right now. I don't normally wear contact lenses. But when I wear glasses, masks are extremely annoying to me. Yeah. Yeah, you can use the N, or you can carry... In the GBA version, they're sleeping bags, but in the regular, it's like tents and cabins and things like that. Tents, cabins, and houses. Although houses are bugged in the NES version. I don't know if everyone knows that, but houses are bugged in the NES version. They don't restore MP like they're supposed to. I could wear contacts all the time, but I normally only wear contacts on Tuesdays and Thursdays, or if I'm going to stream. Holy! Holy. Okay. Holy. That's a holy, yep. And that's stone. There's a lot of stuff bugged in the original. It would take me a while to go through everything that is bugged in the original. And there were several versions of the original, because it didn't just come out on NES. And it's not holy in the NES version. It's Fade because of religious reasons. Focus is good because Focus is bugged in the NES version. No, Focused is not bugged. Or is it? I'm not sure. I know Saber is bugged in the original version. Meh. Most of the magic is garbage. Broadsword, Falcon. Nope. So this is gonna feel very similar to a just vanilla run because it's not doing any kind of entrance or floor shuffle. Five defense, 6 defense. Okay. These are fairly good weapons. Ikamele probably has the worst. I should buy some of these. I should buy some of these. I don't know why. I have plenty of healing magic. An echo screen would probably be a good idea. So this doesn't exist in the original game. There's no item that cures this, but well, there's a magic spell that cures it, but then you have a magic spell that cures your inability to cast magic. So it's not super useful. Oh, let's do this. Oh, I want to do this. You're just gonna punch because I want to see holy. That's not much damage, but that's fine. What are you gonna give me? Canoe. Okay. So should I mark these NPCs as who they were supposed to be or who they are? I'm gonna mark them as who they were supposed to be. So this is actually the pirate. And it's confusing to me that they randomized the NPCs. Canoe get. Missed the joke. Is that a joke? Get out of my way! I am not wearing a special shirt today. I'm just wearing a standard Zelda, Legend of Zelda shirt. Sometimes I'm wearing other shirts. So, the last shirt I bought from Dave's store was the Always Trust Hot Ding Dong shirt. And I bought it, and I've worn it for the stream, but I don't feel like I'm ever in a situation where I'm comfortable wearing that shirt out in public. Always trust hot ding dongs. So, the shirt that ding dong, the shirt that this is based on. Actually, I don't even know if Dave's merch store is open right now, because I thought that he was in the process of changing it. Yeah, the boat is fast. I think the boat has been sped up. I thought Dave was changing the stores. Maybe he's not. I don't know. I thought he's mentioned that on stream, actually. So maybe I'm not in trouble if I've just said something I'm not supposed to. It's a trick about, like, when you know so many things, and there's some things that you are allowed to share, and there's some things that you're not supposed to share, and it's not always easy to keep up with what I know and don't know. So maybe I just don't ever say anything at all. 24, 23. So, Ikameli, is Dave's store, his current store, still open? Because I thought he was changing merch providers. I was talking about the hot ding dong shirt. Hi, Tarvina. I should have named someone Tarvina. Save up for the hero shield. Are you serious? Because I would need to buy 2, because the ninja can equip the hero shield also. The hero shield is so overpowered. You weren't here, Tarvina. So, iron armor is better than mithril mail, but iron armor is so heavy. Ether. I haven't checked magic yet. Unfortunately, they don't have a way to rename characters in Final Fantasy 1. So, I can't rename anyone. I'm not going to start over. There are no mallet points. I'm not affiliate. Oh! That's funny. Full life and life are in the same magic category. Ooh, that means that the knight will be able to use life too. Or, yeah, life too. There are no mallet points. I am not affiliated yet. I don't know that I ever will be. Why wouldn't they be mango points? Mango seeds? Mangoes have pits, not seeds. Which, a pit is a seed, but it's a giant seed. This magic is garbage, but I want break. Mango pits. I know a lot of random pointless things. I keep getting in these situations where like the version 1 of a spell and the version 2 of the spell are in the same spell category. There's no point in getting Cura because I already know Curaga. Saber. Saber is broken in Final Fantasy NES. But it's not broken here. But it's kind of dumb because why would you want to increase the attack of the Black Mage? Like, the Black Mage is crap anyway. I do know that there are leg muscles. So there are leg muscle cells of a giraffe, and they are the largest cells in any living organism. Like they're like feet long. They're like, I think like 3 feet long. Or something like that. So in addition to knowing a lot of random facts, I am also like a master of misinformation. So, you know, don't check me. Who are you? Who are you? I don't know who that is. Look it up though. I think it's Okay, Goomba. Okay, Goomba. What are the largest cells in any living organism?
According to Science Daily, biologists use the world's largest single-celled organism, an aquatic alga called collarpod.
No. Not the largest single-celled organism. What's the largest cell?
Here's a summary from Science Daily.
No!
Biology.
What are the largest cells in a mammal?
According to Vedantu, the largest known animal cell is the ostrich egg, which can reach about 5.1 inches wide and weighs around 1.4 kilograms.
Whatever. I don't care. I don't care. I don't think that my voice training things. Okay, Goomba. Hey, work. I might have it turned off. I may have turned off my Okay, Goomba. Hold on 1 second. Yep. Okay, Goomba. Okay, Goomba. Okay, Goomba. Okay, Goomba. Alright. There you go. Okay, Goomba. Okay, Goomba. Wow. I don't care. I don't even care. Where am I going? We're gonna go to the marsh cave. Because that's what I would normally be doing now anyway. For some reason, my phone's not listening to me right now. So, I learned that in Aquack stream, he's able to activate my phone over Twitch. Those are not green grapes. Those are not green grapes. Those are mangoes tinted green. Wait. Those are not purple grapes. They're mangoes that have been tinted the Twitch purple color. And if you go to my archive channel on YouTube, you will see that same graphic there. They are mangoes, but they are tinted the Twitch purple. I don't normally have that there, but the shape of a Game Boy Advance screen is different from the shape of an NES. Normally, I would stretch it all the way, but when I did that, there wasn't enough screen space for my camera. So I have my regular YouTube channel, which doesn't really have anything on it. And then I have my Twitch archive channel, which is a separate channel. So, should it be red or should it be purple? I don't know. I just made it purple because it's for my Twitch channel. I'm a little bummed that this randomizer doesn't have entrance shuffle. And I'm gonna give you this because I want to have anyone be able to use this. I don't actually want to equip my spellcasting stuff. For when it's easier to select like that. I don't have to scroll up into what I have equipped. I think my regular YouTube channel has unlisted videos in it only. I wasn't able to archive my performance video. It didn't pass the automatic check. I probably could have listed it anyway and just seen if I had gotten a takedown request, but So I post the audio from most of my concerts on my website anyway. So to also then post my archived performance video is kind of like, meh. I still have the video. I downloaded it from my camera, but don't have it posted anymore. I could post it on my website if I wanted. I'm not likely to get a takedown request on my own website. Then I have to make a page for it. Maybe I can if some people care enough, but I don't think people really care that much. But I can still do performance videos. I mean, I didn't... Twitch didn't give me any trouble. I just can't archive them. So they would be in the VODs for 2 weeks. If I get affiliate, then however long affiliates can keep them up. Do affiliates get longer time in VODs? I know someone is 90 days, but what is... Oh, the Razor. The Razor is Bane Sword. Can you equip Razor? No, Razor, only a Knight and a Ninja can equip Razor. I'm not sure if Red Mage can equip their Razor. The Razor is the Bane Sword. Oh, Red Wizard can equip it. It's the Bane Sword in the NES version. But it's okay because it is a spellcasting weapon. But as a sword, it's kind of lame. Oh, I have a Mithril Sword. I should pay attention to what I'm getting. You can equip Rune. But Mage Miniature's better. Not in the original Final Fantasy. In Final Fantasy VI, there's a Charm Bangle, which has the encounter rate as half. And there's Moogle Charm that only the Moogle can equip that turns off all encounters. In the randomizer for NES Final Fantasy 1, you can change the encounter rate, and by default it does. It has an 80% encounter rate instead of 100%. And I keep those settings, because the encounter rate on the original NES is pretty rough. Oh, I should probably also say that I'm familiar with Final Fantasy 1 through 6, most of their remakes, and the Final Fantasy 4 After Years, the sequel that they made for it. But I'm not really familiar with Final Fantasy VII and up. I've played some of Final Fantasy Dimensions. I own that game, but I did not finish it. I could try to finish it. I should try to play it on stream. But what happened with that was, I bought Final Fantasy Dimensions for my Android phone, and they didn't implement cloud saves. And they saved the data on the root directory, which I don't have access to because I don't have a rooted phone. So when I got a new phone, I realized, oh, I don't have saves. I don't have any saves of this game anymore. And I didn't restart from the beginning. I just moved on to other things. So I could play Final Fantasy Dimensions on stream sometime as a casual first-time playthrough because I don't remember anything about it. I only got so far in it. I should play Final Fantasy VII. Because, again, I never owned a PlayStation as a kid. And they didn't release that game for Nintendo 64. The problem with Final Fantasy VII is that I prefer turn-based games, and the recent remake for PlayStation 4 is not turn-based, so I don't know. Flame armor. I like this optimal thing. Except I don't like that it did that. Oh, you have Final Fantasy VII on Switch. Say I would have played it on PlayStation 4. I think it was available for free on PlayStation 4 if you got it over a certain time, and I didn't, so that was dumb. The problem with the PlayStation 4 is that I don't have I don't know if they even have a family plan or whatever, because the PlayStation, my PSN is based on my wife's account, not my account. So I don't play the PlayStation 4 as much. Well, so I grew up playing the turn-based ones. It's just what I'm used to. Oh, Ikameli's hurt. So, my wife likes to play, well, she really likes to play, New Horizons. That's like what she plays all the time on her Switch Lite. But on PlayStation 4, she prefers to play Grand Theft Auto 5. That's like what she loves to play on the PlayStation 4. Growing up, my wife had an NES, Sega stuff, and PlayStation 2. She didn't have a Super Nintendo, so all the Super Nintendo games, like, my wife, like, doesn't know anything about. Like, she's never played Super Mario World. She's never played A Link to the Past. It's really weird. Because I had growing up an NES for a long time, and then an SNES, and then Game Boys, like original OG Game Boy, like that came with Tetris. And we had a Nintendo 64. And that's it. GameCube. I mean, when I met my wife, she had a GameCube and a Wii, so that was my introduction to GameCube and Wii. When I met my wife, I didn't know that she was going to be my wife. Well, So I proposed to Julie. So I met Julie in July of 2007. And I proposed to her in October of 2007. Fire crystal. Apparently, fire crystal can be in a treasure chest. Wife at first sight. So, I was still living with my parents while I was in college. And I moved in with my wife, or I moved in with Julie 2 weeks after I met her. I move fast. I move real fast. I do not have commitment issues. In fact, it may be the opposite problem. Maybe I commit way too quickly. I guess we didn't get that drink. Well, so, I mean, I asked her to marry me, but we were engaged for 2 years. Like, we didn't actually get married until I finished graduate school. So, we had a long engagement, but... Committed too quickly, regret your choice. So that is a loaded question. Obviously I don't regret getting married to my wife. But yeah, that's a loaded question. So we got married. I asked her to marry me while I was in my first year of graduate school. And we got married just before my wife went to law school. It may have been a better idea to get married after she finished law school. I'll just say that being a newlywed to someone that has just started law school is very, very trying on an early marriage. It basically meant that I never had a newlywed period. So, regret, no, but we didn't pick the easiest route. I don't have the key, so I'll have to come back. Also, another piece of that is that I didn't date anyone in college. So I went from dating people in high school to moving in with the person I was going to marry after I met them for 2 weeks. So I didn't get a lot of I didn't get a lot of experience in other types of relationships. So I don't know. I'm like in my mid-30s now, so it's kind of like that part of my life is long before me anyway. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, it's not like the list of people that I've had relationships is like 3 people. So I don't know. I never, I never matured. I never matured in certain ways as a relationship person because I basically went from high school style relationships to, hey, I'm getting married. Y'all are getting a lot of mallet lore right now, aren't you? Experience. So I'll give an example of what I mean by that. Like, I'll talk to some of my younger friends, like people that are in their mid-20s or earlier, or I'll talk to some of the people that are my age that are not married or have never been married, or they're divorced or whatever. And I can't relate to them, like, because I've never used a dating app. Like, does that make sense? Like, I've never used a dating app, so I have absolutely no clue. I have no personal experience into that culture. I guess that's what I mean by that. Like, when I met Julie, we met in person. Like, she was a friend of a friend, and I came to a party, and she was there, and we met, and I started dating her 5 days later. So that was a fire crystal? Okay. What I'd really like is the key. Because that's what I would normally have by now. I mean, that's just one example. I mean experience in different ways as well, but I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of things that I never had to mature in as an adult because, you know, I met the person I was going to marry, and then that was that. But that's not unusual for, like, my family. My brother married the person that he started dating in 9th grade. Kind of like, I guess, sort of like Dave and Amanda did. And, so, I don't know. Another thing I mean by that is, I've never lived on my own. Like, I moved in with Julie, and we had other roommates, but I moved in with Julie. So I went from living with my parents in college to moving in with the person who I was dating and then became my fiance and so on. So I've never 100% lived on my own. That's another thing I mean by experience. Where should I go? Yeah, regret isn't the right word. It's not. I don't think regret isn't the right word. It's more like, you know, you only live once. So anything that you didn't do, you're never gonna do. Unless you don't only live once. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you live more than once and I'm mistaken. Maybe one day, in a different life, I'll be one of my wife's clients. That'd be interesting. Null all. This is trash. It's trash that these are on the same level group. Cool. So I don't have a ton of money. That's nice. I don't have money for it, but that's nice. Do I have anything I can sell? Yep. Yep. You really want that hero shield. Hello. Oh, it's vanilla. Okay. Yeah, you keep telling me to save up for the hero shield. You know, I might find one anyway. Oh, that was Mage Masher. Whoop. Or was it? No, it wasn't. Okay. 1,000 dates. Death by 1,000 dates. Have you ever eaten a date? They taste like giant raisins. I need to get some dates. Eat them. Titan. I think they taste like giant raisins. So far, I definitely prefer the NES randomizer. I feel like running takes longer than it should. Normal, in the other randomizer, there's usually an incentive chest here, but I guess there's not in this version. Not even like high school Cell. So I guess it kind of depends on what you call dating. Because I had two long-term girlfriends like in middle school and high school. But dating is probably I don't know if that's necessarily the word I would use to describe those relationships, because it was more like we hung out at each other's houses, so... But as far as, like, taking them out, other than, like, to school dances, no. Oh, you're homeschooled? It's a bat. Why is it a bat? Why does the bat give me a rat tail? So that's Sarda. Normally Sarda doesn't give me an item until I've defeated the vampire. Did you do any kind of, like, extracurricular activities as a homeschool student? The few homeschool students that I knew whenever I was, like, in grade school, they still did, like, some kind of, like, community organized activities, like, after school. Some of them, because of how it was in my county, could still do public school-based extracurricular activities, even if they were homeschooled. I mean, they're still paying property taxes, so to me that makes sense. I don't know if this game requires me to have the crown in order to enter the Castle of Ordeals. I think it does, because that's actually built into the game. The randomizer doesn't add that. I mean, there were 2 extracurricular activities I did in high school. One was band and marching band, obviously, and then I was, like, on the web, like, the web design team, which meant... So, it was a little different then, because at that time, you know, in the early 2000s, like, the web design team actually wrote the website for the high school. Like, they were in charge of the website for the high school under the guidance of the person who taught it. But shortly after I graduated from high school, that was no longer the case. Apparently, having students directly develop the website for a high school is not advisable. Okay, bye, Kameli. I'll try to keep your character alive. Oh, there was a question I wanted to ask, but I don't know how many people I have in chat to ask anymore. I think Well, Tarvina, are you still here? I saw your name for a little bit, but you kind of lurk a lot, so you may not communicate until you're specifically addressed. Okay, Tarvina's not here. Alright. Zell, are you in college? Or are you working, or both? Like, what's your story? I know what your age group is, but what do you do? What do you do? If you don't mind me asking, of course. You can always tell me to shut my mallet face. I'm good with that, too. The dungeons look a little different. They're a little slightly different, like, in some ways. Yeah. I just want to know if you're a student. It's funny that it says no escape. I don't recall that in the original the original advanced version. That's nice. Yeah. I'm gonna assume you meant weeks. So in 2 weeks you're going on your Vegas trip? My friends that work at the college and the university tell me that college enrollment is way down. Largely people that don't want to deal with the whole like online stuff and most of the students apparently are saying that they're just delaying it until things are more normal. Although I think mostly things are normal at our local college, but that's only been since this year. It wasn't like that last year. What is that? That must be a bonus weapon. Oh, you can equip it. Okay. Okay. Oh, 2 work days. Oh, I thought you meant 2 weeks. Will there be pictures? Or is this one of those cases where there can't be pictures? Will you share pictures in the top secret quack area? Okay. I mean, that statement alone tells me things. It tells me that although you will not share naughty pictures will exist. And that is more than I knew before you said it. I've never been west of the Mississippi River, so I don't know much about that. Although I kind of want to go to TwitchCon. Not gonna lie, I kind of want to go to one. Particularly if I know that other people I know will be there. And by know, I mean the parasocial relationship that we all have with each other. Since I don't actually know any of you people. But at the same time, it's like... Like, what if I go to TwitchCon, right? And I meet, like, some of you people, right? Like, right now, you're all just names to me. Some of you I know what you look like, and some of you I know some details about, but I don't know a lot about you. Like, what if I meet Quack in person, and he has body odor? I can't not know that if I know that. And every time I see Quack, I'm gonna think, that man has body odor. It will ruin my relationship, my parasocial relationship with Quack if I know he has body odor. You can't not know it once you know it, is what I'm saying. Like, what if Dave goes? What if Dave goes to a TwitchCon and I go there too, and Dave actually is 5'0". I can't not know that once I know that. Well, I can accept that a man has an odor after he's worked out. That's fine. But you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the dude that just walks around natural with musk. You know you know the kind of people I'm talking about. I have friends like that. And you wonder if they shower every day, but you know they shower every day because you know them. You know they're not the kind of people that won't shower every day. They just have such a strong, unmaskable odor about them that they just always smell bad. So I've never met anyone in real life that I've met online first. So that would be a first for me. I don't know much about that. And I've been, even before DGR and Twitch, I mean, I've been on the internet long enough that I've been big parts of many communities over the years. And I've never met anyone in person that I've met online first. So I don't know what that's like. I assume you know what that's like, Tarvina? I'm not opposed to it, but it is going to be something that's totally new to me. I'm a very reserved person in person. So I don't know how that's going to translate to meeting online people in real life. Like, the wacky, zany side of me doesn't come out until I've met someone hung out with someone a few times to where I'm comfortable letting that side of me out. Yeah, this... Most of the people that I know in real life are either people that I work with in music, which is a lot of them, or people that join my board game group. And my board game group consists of, you know, a friend of mine from graduate school who lives in this area. He's like one of the IT directors at the school board. So he meets a lot of people, and he kind of just randomly invites people to his board game group. Either like fellow coworkers or like people that have done internships with the school board. So I meet a lot of people through him, through board games. And like, so that's kind of like my real life friend connection. Music and board games is how I meet people in real life. But then there's this other sector of my life of online friends that I meet through Twitch and Dave's channel and the like. And those areas, those worlds have been kind of separated in my mind. I'm trying to decide how Julie would feel about that. Tarvina, how much ballpark total cost? What does it cost to go to TwitchCon? And by total cost, I mean ticket, room, travel. What do you think it costs? At least $1,000. I don't even know how much the ticket is. I guess I'd have to fly. I've only ever flown once. I don't, usually, I mean, my vacations are usually cruises and, like, well, and, like, trips to Tennessee and things, like, usually trips that I can actually drive to. But I flew to New Hampshire once. Actually, we flew to Boston and then, like, took a bus to New Hampshire from Boston. Yeah, well, I mean, it's not exactly right there. I mean, because the closest port to me doesn't do cruises. I usually have to drive to either Jacksonville or to New Orleans. We've driven to Port Canaveral also, but that's kind of a significant drive for me, even though it's in the same state. The last cruise I went on was out of New Orleans. But that's like a 3-hour drive. My wife likes cruises because, you know, they're all-inclusive and they're not that expensive compared to other things you could do. Actually, the last time I traveled for, like, pleasure, I guess you could say, was a, oh, well, I mean, it was the Florida Bandmasters Association conference in Daytona, and that was, summer 2019. It was in Daytona. I stayed at the, well, the conference was at the Hilton there by the beach. And I stayed there, but it was like an invitational, community band thing that was there. Like, they had, like, community bands from all over the state send people to it. And I went to it. I went alone. It was just me. So, I mean, that's probably the closest thing to TwitchCon that I've ever done. They had, like, a bunch of clinics and things there, too. Yeah, I don't need... Other than that conference that I went to, I don't really know when the last time... I don't even know when the last cruise I was on was. Tarvina, what was your cruise supposed to be? Like, how many days? What were your destinations? Where were you going to travel out of? What was the cruise supposed to be? Or did you not get that far ahead in the traveling? Okay. I think undead enemies are resistant to status. Oh. Did you get refunds on any of that? Oh, they're not. I thought they were resistant to status. Oh, you can see my symbols. I didn't realize they were in the camera view. My honeymoon was a cruise. That was my first cruise. That was a longer one. I'm trying to remember how many cruises I've been on. I think I've been on 3. I haven't taken that many vacations when I think about it. Which is kind of lame since like since I've been in my professional career for like 12 years, you would think I should have gone on more vacations than I have. We want to go to Iceland. Julie likes the idea of going to Iceland. I would be fine with going to basically any Nordic country. I've always been very fascinated with Nordic / Scandinavian culture. Even though their languages are extremely difficult to learn. But less than speak English, because who doesn't speak English? I have a passport, but it is expired. But I'm still in the, the period where it's easy to renew it. So... But the last time I went to renew my passport, they wanted to know why. Like, what trip are you planning to go on that you need to renew your passport on? I just want to renew it because it needs to be renewed. So it seemed complicated at the time, so I just held off. Well, let me look real quick. I'm not going to show it, but let me check. When did it expire? Okay. Interesting. I didn't find getting a passport all that complicated. Everyone always talks about how hard it is to get a passport. I didn't think it was that difficult. This is gonna be such an easy boss battle. It's expensive to travel. And class change. Interesting. I don't see the vampire on the tracker. Okay. It's weird that Astos is on the tracker, but the vampire's not. Oh, that's... So they renamed Warp. They changed zap to warp, and they changed warp to teleport, I guess. That. So, okay. Okay, fine. Do I have an exit? Do I have an exit? How come no one has this equipped? It's just the ninja. Why do you not have that equipped? Yeah. Yeah, that's another complication, is that, like, you know, I have kids. I have kids and I don't... Traveling is going to be a lot more complicated now because I have kids and I don't have a relationship with my parents anymore. So, where do the kids go if I travel without them? Stupid flu shot. Although Dylan is... I just said my kid's name. Although my 6-year-old daughter, who may or may not be named Dylan, although she is old enough, I think, to go, like, on a Disney cruise with me, like, my 2-year-old daughter, I'm not as comfortable with that idea. Yeah. Not having grandparents to help out is definitely complicates things. Well, my 6-year-old, when she was 2, she went with us traveling once, but it was a road trip. It wasn't like a cruise. I'm just not... I don't know how I feel about that. This is lame that I don't have exit or teleport. Yeah, my kids are 6 and 2.5. Well, so she'll be 7 in December and 2.5. I mean, I feel like I'm a little old to have my oldest kid only be 6, but that's just kind of how it is. Then I, like, think about how old will I be when my kids are both, like, 18. By the way, I made changes to my stream settings, like I'm using hardware encoder instead of software encoder, and, like, I've changed the bit rates of things. How are things looking right now? Because my creator view says that I've had excellent the whole time, and it has never said that before. So maybe that's good, right? Is that good? Is the stream good? Do I look like a professional or something? And I got the fancy mangoes. Fancy mangoes. So I stream from a Mac. And the Mac has a built-in hardware encoder. But it's not the default encoder on OBS. But if you switch it to that, everything is, like, way better. I was 29 when we had my oldest kid. Now, my wife is older than me, so she was not under 30. I guess she was 32. She was 32. And I was 29. I was 24 when I got married. Is that right? Was I 24 when I got married? I just turned 24. And I was old compared to my siblings. Or even my parents. But I thought that 24 was pretty young. Utah. That's interesting. What should I do now? I guess I should go buy magic for my class changes. This boat is zooming. I would have gotten married earlier because I was engaged earlier. But it didn't work out. Yeah, that makes sense. I think if I ever were not married again, if I were ever not married for whatever reason, I don't know that I would do it again. Not saying that marriage sucks, but I don't know that I would do it again. Like if, you know, God forbid something happened, you know. I mean, I lived with Julie for like 2 years before we got married, and I don't know how much better. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't feel like there's a lot of advantages to being married, other than like, you know, religious reasons or things like that. Again, I'm not saying I have regrets. I'm just saying that marriage complicates things. Especially if you're already well established. I mean, I got married right after I finished my master's degree, so it ain't like I had anything. Then you're building a relationship from nothing. But if you're like already established, especially if you're both already established, I feel like it adds more complication than help. But it also kind of depends on, you know, what you're building. If you're building a family, obviously, like, I don't know how to say this. For a man, being married to the person you're having children with is easier than not. But maybe that's just an opinion. Whatever, Tarvina. There's nothing wrong with Tarvina. Tarvina has issues with herself up here that the rest of us don't necessarily see. And I'll just say this, Tarvina, I'm the same way. Like, and I'm married. Like, there's I don't see myself the way other people see me. And that's a negative from my perspective. Like, I don't see myself as highly as other people see me. Like, I don't see it at all. So, it's not just Tarvina that feels that way. I need to lose weight. I have gained so much weight during pandemic that it's like sad. We're not gonna talk about it. Wow, they hurt. I'm trying to remember what White Croc is in the original game. If it's the White Crocs I think they are, I thought those were only in the rivers in the north. Yeah, I stress weight. Like, I go to the gym like twice a week already. Like, I have a lot of like hidden body muscle, but like I'm not doing a very good job. Like, I'm maintaining my weight right now, it seems, and I need to get that down. But hey, I said we weren't going to talk about this, so why are we talking about this? It should be only muscle, no bone, just muscle. Just like a blob of muscle, like one giant tongue. Very tonic. Okay. There's a lot of weird items. Ooh. That's a... I guess, is that normal price? Because that seems expensive. Would it? Would it, Tarvina? Meh. Think of the advantages. Think of the advantages. guess. Okay. There's the airship. Alright, I guess I should go get the hero shield since Ikameli wants me to. I don't have an airship yet, and apparently I'm not going to get one until I find the Earth Cave, or Earth Crystal. Get the hero shield. Get the hero shield. It's so weird to me that the ninja in the remake is green. Why would he be green? I can't afford two, but... Buy the hero shield. Save up for the hero shield. Well, you know what? Ikameli's not here. So Zell gets the hero shield. And now, Zell has a lot of evade and a lot of defense. Zell's in charge. Well, normally the ninjas are red. It's weird to me that they're not red, that they're green. I got some stuff to sell. Okay. I used to like to annoy my nephew by calling it Ninja Go. He's like, it's not Ninja Go, it's Ninjago. It's Ninja Go. Okay. I can go to the ice cave, and I can go to the volcano. Presumably, the earth crystal is somewhere in there. I've also been streaming for how long? 2 hours, 15 minutes, okay. It's not totally up to me, Tarvina. Eventually, someone will start nagging me. Oh, I guess I want to sleep. Do I have any houses or whatever they're called in this game? Sleeping bag. Is that it? Yeah, I don't have any. Oh! Before I forget, this is not the NES version. It does not automatically save when you sleep. You have to actually save. So that when you die, you don't start the game over from the beginning. Do not forget to save. Because I'm not using save states. If I die, I'm just dead. Yeah. Yeah, I learned that when I was on my own time remembering how to play the GBA version in preparation for this stream. I got about 2/3 into the game, and then I died whenever some mages cast Fire 3 on me 3 times in a row. That was when I learned that it doesn't automatically save when you sleep. Yep. Fun fact, the volcano is my least favorite dungeon in this game. If I haven't mentioned that already. Just if I can't find the entrance. The volcano is long. It has a lot of treasure chests in it. And I think it's the... Other than, like, maybe the final dungeon, I think it's, like, the longest dungeon in the game. And it has lava, which is annoying. What would you like to see me play in the future? I'm not saying I will. I just want to get an idea. I can tell you that I want to do an NES Final Fantasy with the map randomized. And also with Lich's Revenge, since it's October, for Halloween. For Halloween streams. I don't know what that said. I don't know what that said. Silver, okay. Diamond. Diamond. I don't need that. But yeah, what would y'all want to see me stream? I can do, I can do more live performance streams. I have 2 Christmas concerts in December. That are both, like, low security or whatever. I can do each one of those. And I can, well, I have a musical in November, but I don't know if I feel comfortable live streaming or doing the music stand cam perspective from Mallet. I don't know if I'm comfortable doing that because any kind of live stream of musical theater is, like, super, like, not legal. So I don't know if I want to do that. I have seen other people do that on YouTube and they haven't been taken down, but it's like, I don't know if that's a good idea. Like, but community band concerts, it's totally fine. I've never played Fortnite. I don't know anything about Fortnite. No one I watch on Twitch plays Fortnite, except I think occasionally Rose does, but I don't know anything about Fortnite. And I'll say this too. The only like mass multiplayer game that I have ever played is Guild Wars 1. Like, I don't know anything about mass multiplayer games. But maybe that's the idea. Maybe you want me to play something I've never played before to see how horrible I am. I don't know what that means, though. Sorry. I haven't gotten an item yet that is curative. That kind of is lame. I could do that. Now, I could try to play that old Guild Wars game online. I never finished it. I got really far into it, but I don't think I ever finished it. I still have it. I still have it. But I've never tried to install it on a modern computer. Oh, I don't know if I've ever shown this before, but the camera that I used to stream my last concert, I literally just put the camera like on my music stand as I was playing and tried to pretend it wasn't there. But this is that. This right here. It's tiny camera. What you do is you generate these QR codes that tell it to stream live on Twitch, and like you literally like take a picture of it and then it starts streaming. So yeah, tiny camera, tiny. Hurry up. Leave me alone. It's weird to me that magic spells in this game can miss. Because that's not... Well, Obviously, those can, but I mean, like, offensive, like, fire can miss. That's weird to me. I understand why. It's because he's wearing a red jacket, but normally that would do, like, 1 damage or something. It wouldn't just not do anything at all. In the NES version, I mean, it wouldn't miss. Okay. Zell's getting all the good stuff. Battles in this take longer than they do in the NES randomizer. I feel like I should be further along than I am. Let me say that I guess by comparing this to the randomizer of the NES version, I'm kind of maybe down talking it. That's not my intention. Like, I know that a lot of work goes into creating the randomizers. And as a randomizer, you know, it stands on its own. Just comparing it to what I know since I've never played this particular randomizer before. I wish the encounter rate were less, though. I'd love to nerf the encounter rate. I normally play with it at 0.8. Not at 1. Or worse. Also, if you want to play this particular randomizer, you can do the command that's listed in my title. Also, I'm pretty sure that this particular Game Boy Advance game included 1 and the release of Final Fantasy II, which I don't think previously was released in North America. And I'm pretty sure it randomizes both games on the same ROM, so... Oh... I wish I had teleport. The ninja is so powerful in the remake. Hey! Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Thank you for the raid, Muffin. Muffin, what did you stream? What did you stream, Muffin? Do you go by Muffin now, or do you specifically go by Mini Muffin? Because I can tell you that the change of Muffin to Mini Muffin was an adjustment for me. Braveheart. What is Braveheart? I hadn't played the GBA version of this. I've forgotten what a lot of these swords are. Braveheart. Okay. Undertale. Also, you can call me Muffin. But I can't call you Muffin Man. Can I call you Muffin Lady? Or do I have to call you Muffin Lover? What am I saying? I'm just gonna call you Muffin anyway. Thank you so much for the raid. And welcome everyone. I have not been streaming very long in terms of like dates. I am probably, what is this, my 6th stream, I think? But I really appreciate the raid. Muffin, have you made it to affiliate yet? Or are you close to it? I know that you were very close to the viewer count, to the follower count the last time I looked, or the last time you mentioned it. Okay, so I am streaming the Game Boy Advance version of Final Fantasy 1, and I have it randomized. I normally play the randomized version of the NES Final Fantasy 1, but I'm trying out a different randomizer, and so far I prefer the NES version. But again, that's not to say that there's anything wrong with this version. Since it doesn't buff up the enemies in any way, I feel like it makes me a little overpowered. I'm getting a lot of late game equipment early on, and the enemies are not difficult. Yeah, so I saw that Link was out of town, because he mentioned it in his Discord. Yeah, I didn't notice until he said that it's been a while since I've seen him online. School schedule. I didn't know you had a school schedule. Now, that could mean that you are either a student or that you are... You know what? Normally when people raid into another channel, they're wanting to leave, so I don't want to carry on a conversation with you if you actually want to leave, but I appreciate the raid. Okay. Oh no! Mallet died. But that's okay, because the randomizer was kind enough to give me an early life too. Yeah, this randomizer makes me overpowered very quickly, I feel like. I mean, not that the other randomizer doesn't, but it also boosts the enemies. Like, the last seed I did of that randomizer, like, I felt like I was overpowered, but it also took me 3 attempts to defeat the final dungeon. So was I really overpowered? How long do I plan on going on? I will go on until I receive a text message saying to come back to the house. This randomizer is not holding my attention very much, so I want to get as far into it as I can so I don't spend several streams doing the same seed. But it's 3 o'clock now. I can probably go like another half hour or so before, because I'm gonna have to go pick up groceries soon, I think. I'll have to ask Loot where he is, because he told me he was out of town, but he didn't say whereabouts he was going. So you're a college student. That's interesting. But it's always interesting to see where all you people are in your lives. I haven't had to travel for work in a while. A long while, actually. Sometimes I get recalled back to my office. So I work from home, but my company is 600 miles away. Or my nearest company office is 600 miles away. Every once in a while, I have to spend like a week there. And it kind of sucks because it pulls me away from my family. And I'm in an unfamiliar place with nothing to do. So. Will this be anything nice? No. This is the, in the NES randomizer, there's this concept of incentive chests, where, like, there's a certain number of chests that typically have good items in them, and they shuffle things around so that those same chests have good items in them. I've noticed this randomizer doesn't do that. It seems like every chest is just as likely to have good stuff in it as not. So it makes it to where I'm not sure which chest I should focus on getting first. But I also don't really want to collect every chest and spend like hours and hours looking for chests. Also, there's a command in my title for this particular randomizer if you would like to play your own seats. Rather, if you play them on original hardware, that's, you know, that's your biz. That's your biz. Why didn't I heal up before I started? Any Final Fantasy or just this particular one? Which one are you talking about? Mallet's black magic is not good. In fact, that doesn't make sense for me to do that. It doesn't randomize their what they can do to, like, in the other randomizer, it'll actually make it to where, like, what they can cast and things is different, but it doesn't seem like this is the case here. So I know that she's just gonna do fire spells. I don't know why they changed her name. You know, her name was always Carrie, and now it's like Merilith. I don't know why they felt the need to change her name. To me, she's Carrie. Your spells are so bad. That won't work, but I'll just fight. I don't have fast. Wait, do you have Saber? No, because I haven't bought it yet. That was dumb. I don't have fast or haste, whatever you want to call it, so can't make this go quicker. Not that it matters. Okay. Have a good dinner, Muffin. Have a good dinner, Muffin. Have a good dinner, comma, Muffin. Okay. I have the Oxy Ale. Where is it? Where is it? Where's Oxy Ale? Where is it? There it is. Okay. Oh, by the way, just so we're aware, I'm not going to do the bonus dungeons. That is not in my plan for this seed. Not going to happen. Nope, nope. That would add a lot more time to how long it's going to take to finish this. Oh, you have a healing rod now. I'm going to do that. The waterways are not connected. I'm used to them being connected. Oh, I don't mention it often, as I should, but I wrote this in my stream titles early on, and I haven't done it lately, but my streams are always Ask Me Anything stream. So, in chat, you can ask me anything, and I will probably answer unless I don't. All topics are on the table until I say they're not. Well then. It's not that I'm... So it's not that I'm unwilling to answer that question, but the answer is I'm not allowed to answer that question. So my answer is I'm not allowed to answer that question. But I will say that there are many platforms on the internet that you can use to communicate with other humans. So much of the black magic I'm seeing is just like trash. I'm not getting good rolls with magic. At least not with black magic. I'm getting great rolls with white magic. So yeah, I'm not supposed to talk about that, but I will say that I am in frequent communication with Dave. So that's not a problem. No, I'm not connected to Dave on any, like, social media, whatever. I don't know that he even has any still. If he does, he hasn't told me about it. I mean, I follow some streamers on Twitter, but not Dave. Move. Move. Move! Jerk. Okay, what do I do now? I guess I go to the ice cave. Am I good with magic? Can I afford another hero shield? Yes, I can. I can go get another hero shield and make Ikameli happy. OP shield. Let me make sure I'm not that. Wait, yes, that. Red jacket or flame mail? That's a big evade boost. I'll stick with that. What about you? Nope. Still not getting very good mage stuff. Alright, so you are back on top. I can sell some things. I can sell some things. I don't care. Oh, wait. I have a ribbon. Why am I not equipping it? The ice cave is the only other thing I know I can do at the moment. I still don't have the key. You know, I'm reminded, when you guys rated me, I'm reminded that Slade often says, if I get just one, well, he says one new subscriber, but I can't have subscribers, but if I just get one new subscriber from that raid, I will show you my puppy. I was thinking, if I get some more follows from the raid, should I show you my dog? It wouldn't be easy because I'd have to go get her. What else would I mean? You lost me, Tarvina. I have no idea what you would be referring to other than an actual dog. How is it going? You know, I don't think this randomizer's for me. Since it doesn't have entrance or floor shuffle, and it doesn't boost up the enemies in any way or change their fighting scripts, it's kind of, I don't know, it's a little stale. There's not a lot of surprises. It's just the treasure chests and the shops are randomized, and the NPCs, what they give you is randomized, but there's not enough randomized to hold my attention. So I don't know that I'll do another one of these unless... I mean, they could always improve it. They probably will. I don't know how mature this randomizer is. There are other randomizers I would rather play than do another seed of this. Oh, and I have my follow notifications turned off because of all the follow bots that we've been having lately, but Smartman YT, thank you for the follow. I have a lot of whistles. Oh, that won't work. Oh yeah, I'm a theater musician. I have a lot of whistles. Do you, Smart Man, do you put out YouTube content? Is that why you're YT? Yeah, I have a moderation script that bans follow bots and follow bots and viewer bots, but banning them doesn't prevent them from following. Well, hate raid is different, okay? There's hate raids, and then there's follow bots, and then there's viewer bots, and they are all separate things. Wow, that's expensive. I don't think Raze will work on them. Yeah, I wrote a moderation script to handle it before I knew SiriBot was a thing. I wonder who told Link about SiriBot. Does Muffin use SiriBot too? I hadn't noticed. We haven't started using it on any of the channels I moderate other than Link. But SiriBot won't stop viewer bots. It protects from follower bots, but not the viewer bots. I haven't seen anything that does the viewer bots other than my script that I wrote myself. Twitch has really gotten more complicated since mid to early August. There's just been a lot of one thing after another on this platform. It's like the platform has a fever. Yeah, well, I professionally work in programming automation, so it's something I kind of already know how to do. It's not a bot, it's a script, so it uses the regular web UI to do everything it does. Oh, so you stream on Twitch. I'm sorry, I just saw that. You said that you use SiriBot, so that means that you either moderate a channel or you put out content on your own, right? I don't think I've ever been on your channel if you haven't. Okay, so that's an orb. Oh, these guys. Oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay, I have red jacket, so that's nice, but I don't remember dark wizards in the original, but they do Fire 3 for some reason in this game. Yeah, they do a lot of damage. Mallet's dead. And also, viewer bots are not, like, unsafe, so to speak. They just kind of sit there in your channel. I don't know what they do or what their purpose is, but... Since I mod for channels, it made sense to use Twitch. I already know the platform so well. I hope that doesn't kill anyone. Oh, it just paralyzes. Okay. In a lot of games, in a lot of the Final Fantasy games, the mind flayer's mind whatever will either kill you or paralyze you. But I don't think you can do different status ailments in the same attack in this game. I wish I had a light axe. Okay. Ouch. Not that out. Well, yeah. Ouch. Yeah. That qualifies as ouch. Lame. What is feathered cap supposed to be? Is that... That must be a bonus armor. I don't know anything about that one. Who can equip it? You'd think a feathered cap of mage would be able to equip it if it's like from Final Fantasy IV, but mages can't equip it except red mage. That's dumb. The first instance of feathered cap I remember seeing was in Final Fantasy IV, and it was for mages. Alright, I'm gonna heal up so I don't die. Just one. That's nice. Hi, Muffin. Ooh, this guy. What did you have for dinner, if you don't mind? Did you have a muffin? It's not bad. Potatoes. Like baked potatoes, or are you actually meaning like fries? I think I already have both of those. But 2 is nice. I don't know. It's just gonna be better. That's hit percentage is nice. I'm guessing that's the earth crystal at the end here, because otherwise I don't have anything else to do that I can think of. It could have been the crown too. Mashed potatoes. Now, these mashed potatoes, Did you boil potatoes and mash them with milk? Or did you make them from powder? Or did you buy them from a store? Or a restaurant of some sort? I really wish I had exit. Do not want to have to circle back. Warhammer. 2 Warhammers. I like Warhammer. Rearrange my stuff. These here. This here. This here. There was one more something or other. Wizard. Wizard's trash, but I'll take it. Oh! Okay, I didn't know all that. No escape. Earth. Wind? Wind? Really? Huh. Huh. You're unsure how to make them? You peel the skin off. You boil potatoes. You add like boil 2 big potatoes. So take the skin off, boil 2 potatoes, add half a cup of milk, stir it like crazy, and mash it. You have mashed potatoes. That's it. Add butter, add sour cream if you want, add bacon bits if you want, add cheese if you want. That's how you make mashed potatoes. Oh! Okay. Sorry. Let me just mallet-splain you real quick. Mallet-splain. Oh, that's sweet. I'm sure someone in the chat needed to know how to make mashed potatoes. I mean, I've been making mashed potatoes since I was like 10, so whatever. Mallet-splaining. I really do not like that I have to circle around here. I'm sure there are plenty of people that don't know how to make mashed potatoes. I don't know if you're allowed to ask that question, Zell. Oh. These are water enemies, but they're not weak against lightning, which I find very annoying. Enemies encountered on the boat are weak against lightning, but river enemies are not weak against lightning, and I find it very strange that they're not weak against lightning. Muffin wanted to get rid of the numbers in her username, so she became Mini Muffin. But one of the things that I like about Muffin is that we share a very similar username where it's size, object, person. Big mallet man, mini muffin lover. All right. What am I doing? Because okay, I have Oxy Ale, but I don't have any way to use it. I can't get the airship because I don't have the Earth Crystal. I already did the Earth Cave up to the point where I can't do the Earth Cave anymore. I have the Rat's Tail, but I don't have the airship. I can get to the Castle Ordeals, but I don't know if it requires a crown or not. Alright, I am being summoned. So I need to cut stream. I might come back when I get back. I'm not sure though. But alright. So let's do the thing where I save the game. And let's do the thing where I make a save state in case that the saving of the game doesn't work. And I have to go. I am going to have some ice cream with my daughters. Alright, so let me find raid targets, since that's a thing that I do now. Alright. Turn this thing off. And turn this thing off. Turn this thing off. Shut down. Yep. Alright, who can I raid? Wow. No one I normally follow is still on. Nah. Well, I don't know. I guess I'll raid this person. Alright, I'm gonna raid Kelsey because I don't have another raid target to raid at the moment. Okay, so if you don't follow Kelsey, follow Kelsey. Kelsey's a nice lady. And I apparently turned off my... Start this raid thing. What's the raid tag? I don't have one yet. I've only ever done one raid before. I have not raided much. Alright, so I'm gonna raid Kelsey. And I might come back later, or I might not. But thank you for stopping by. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for the raids. And have a good rest of your weekend. Bye.